check this one out. Now, I've seen this guy. I kind of like this guy take sometimes, so he's not terrible. I think his takes are sometimes cool. This is one I disagree with him on.
I just watched the Cam Newton and Ace Metaphor podcast because I just watched the clip, or I saw the clip earlier in the day about Ace Metaphor saying men are sexually attracted to women, but they're not attracted to who that woman is as an individual. The issue I'm having isn't with the statement because I can agree with that. A lot of men look at women as objects, and that's why they begin put in these terrible situations. And a lot of men need to choose better because you set up there and you fantasize over that woman because you looked at her as an object instead of looking at her as a person. The moment some of these men start to look at you as people and they don't like who you are as a person and they express that in a respectful way, the first thing some of you come to your brain with is, you don't like me, you must be gay. It has nothing to do with his sexuality. It has to do with him not liking you as a human. So when we talk about partnership, why would I start a partnership with someone that's entitled, can't regulate their emotion, disrespectful, selfish, and doesn't care about who I am as an individual and only thinks about themselves? I just watched the Cam Newton and Ace Metaphor.
Now, it's not like I say that I don't agree with him totally. I think this the first part of the comment. Okay, I think it's uh, yeah, let's why do I think let's play the first part of his comment. Okay,
I just watched the Cam Newton and Ace Metaphor.
which I'm gonna check out. Okay, the Cam Newton and the Ace Metaphor uh I guess podcast or interview or whatever. I'm gonna check out. So stay tuned for that. Not today, but eventually.
Podcast because I just watched the clip, or I saw the clip earlier in the day about Ace Metaphor saying men are sexually attracted to women, but they're not attracted to who that woman is as an individual.
Now that part, which he's not saying, he says he's agree with that. I say I don't agree with that. Now I'm not saying that. Yes, there are men that are only attracted to women purely because whatever their beauty, whatever. I personally believe, personal again. I'm gonna say when I watched that interview, there's no study on that. There's no study on it. So what I take out from, let's say, uh, what I can find that may be a correlation, okay, maybe not a causation, correlation, is that we know that women are the ones to predominantly leave relationships, not men. Predominantly, women's are the one to leave relationships, not men. So if men are not the ones who are leaving relationships in mass or at a higher degree than women, what does that say? Is he could be that he's just saying because it could be because he's just staying in these relationships because he's just only physically attracted. Could be. Unlikely, in my personal opinion. Unlikely. I think most men, at least by how I can take the data, where most men are more most men are not the enders of relationships compared to women. Most women are the ones to end relationships, not men. So I take that data as kind of a correlation that I don't disagree that men view women as sexual objects, but I see it as I don't agree that most men, okay, are not attracted to a woman who she is inside. I think, personal opinion, I think most women are not attracted to a man who he is inside. I think most women are attracted to a man either he's good looking, charming, or wealthy. Later on, to learn that his personality does not is not what she wants. Is not what she wants. Or on the flip side, whatever. His personality is what she wants, but he doesn't have the other traits. And then she just not attracted to him anymore. Whatever. But I think it's women who are not completely attracted to men beyond maybe a surface level, or maybe, I don't know, they only attract to men on a deeper level, but that surface level is not good enough because he's, let's say he's medium ugly. Okay, he's medium ugly. And then he has a great personality because I've heard this, okay? I've heard this in a lot of women who talks about leaving marriages. Women have said, "Oh, he's amazing. He's a great father, great husband. He provides, he takes cares the household. You know, he's respectful, he's loving, perfect. I just don't. I just I'm bored. I want something better. I want something different. I.e., I'm not attracted to this man anymore. Although his who he is inside is great, amazing, but I'm bored. I'm not attracted to him anymore. I fell out of love with him." That happens a lot. So, personal opinion, I don't think it's men. Okay? I don't think it's men. Now, I just say I don't think it's men who are purely purely only objectifying women and not caring about who they are inside. I'm not saying that men don't do it. I'm saying as data in mass, most men, in my personal opinion, they are attracted to more than just what she looks like. Personal opinion. I just correlated with the data, like I said, with relationship data, where most women leave or break up relationships, not men.
Issue I'm having isn't with the statement because I can agree with that. A lot of men look at women as objects, and that's why they begin put in these terrible situations.
Now, here's the thing. I don't disagree that there are men that look at women as objects. I don't disagree with that. But here's the problem. Here's also the problem. It's a lot of women put themselves as objects. Because this was funny, right? I was watching this clip. And then I just scrolled. Okay, I just scrolled. The next clip over, right? Funny, crazy. TikTok algorithm is insane. Next clip over. That was the clip after that. That was the clip after that. And it's like, this is a thing where here, I believe both sides are poison, right? The men that objectify women, that's poisonous. The women that objectify themselves, that's poisonous. It is like a cycle that pretty much creates itself, okay? Men that objectify women, women that objectify themselves. So it's a cycle. It's what creates themselves. Just like the whole OF thing, okay? There are millions of men who have an OF account. But there are millions of women that created those OF accounts. So it's a cycle, okay? They're feeding into each other. And it's a destructive, poisonous cycle. That's why it's like, yes, I agree. Men objectify women. But I also believe that, yes, men think women are nice and stuff. They think they're beautiful. But men, in my personal opinion, most men, they try to find something more. They try to have something more substantial, right? Because they want something more. Men want something more. Men are not purely just looking for a booty to, tap. I mean, personal opinion, that's what I believe.
I just watched the Cam Newton and Ace Metaphor podcast because I just watched the clip, or I saw the clip earlier in the day, about Ace Metaphor saying men are sexually attracted to women, but they're not attracted to who that woman is as an individual. The issue I'm having isn't with the statement because I can agree with that. A lot of men look at women as objects, and that's why they begin put in these terrible situations, and a lot of men need to choose better because you sat up there and you fantasize over that woman because you looked at her as an object instead of looking at her as a person.
This is a thing where, in my personal opinion, again, is that I don't disagree that there are some men that look at women as an object. But here's my And I showed you, right? Women pretty much push themselves as objects. But here's the thing: most men are attracted to most women. So really, this is a really hard topic to actually grasp because most men find women most men find most women attractive. So to say that you think she's an object is kind of disingenuous. Most men are attracted to most women, right? So really, it's like how she's an object. I don't think that most men view women as an object. Most men are attracted to most women, but they also want more from a woman. That purely goes beyond attractive level. Okay, I think most men do. Now, maybe some men's view can be skewed when, in my personal opinion, because here's the thing: most men don't. They're not lucky in love. Yo, Terminator. Yo, my brother. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the love. Most men are not lucky in love. They're not lucky when it comes to women. So really, to even view women as an object, to be able to only view women as an object, most men don't have that luxury. Most men don't have that luxury, right? In my personal opinion, because they can't treat necessarily women. I'm not talking about, yeah. There are shitty men like the criminals, the really bottom of the barrel, disgusting men that view women as an object, and they they do shitty things, right? Terrible things to uh take that object. And that's not those are the type of men I'm talking about because those are disgusting men, in my personal opinion. Those are bottom of the barrel disgusting men. Not talking about those men. I'm talking about in general, average men. They because we never talk about this as society. We said how the Disney fairy tale have affected women. I also think that the Disney fairy tale has affected men. Because in my personal opinion, most men, and prove me if I'm wrong, I think most men believe in love. I think that. Most men believe in love. I really do. Most men also believe in the fairy tale. I honestly believe it. So I just don't think that, like, I'm not saying that there's no men that don't view women as objects. I just don't think it's the majority. That's the thing. I don't think it's the majority. I think most men are attracted to most women. They just don't view women as objects. They are attracted to what they see inside. They want to try to get to know the woman who she is inside.
The moment some of these men start to look at you as people and they don't like who you are as a person and they express that in a respectful way, the first thing some of you come to your brain with is, you don't like me, you must be gay. It has nothing to do with his sexuality. It has to do with him not liking you as a human. So when we talk about partnership, why would I start a partnership with someone that's entitled, can't regulate their emotion, disrespectful, selfish, and doesn't care about who I am as an individual and only thinks about themselves? I just watched the Cam Newton and Ace Metaphor.
And here's the thing where I guess he kind of said it at the end, where a lot of people don't are not talking about it. Okay, like I said, I don't think a lot of women are emotionally intelligent because a lot of women lack accountability, lack self reflection. So yes, you view women as attractive, and then you get to know her. Yeah, maybe you are not attracted to who she is inside because who she is inside is pretty ugly. It can happen. But I'm going to watch the whole Cam Newton and Ace Metaphor interview, so stay tuned for that one.